Howdys and salutations, y'all. Whew. Sorry about the late start. Obviously my throat is still not great, so this might end up either being a short stream or at least a quieter one. Am I still streaming under the trombone champ category? Dag nabbit. Hold on. Uno momento, por favor. Stream info. Great start to the year. Yeah, let me update that real quick. Let me get our category. Okay, updating that to art. Would be nice if there were more art subcategories, but that could be an endless pit. See, we're not doing Sonic Frontiers. English isn't really an important tag on here. Blender and Babylon. Sure, we'll see what that turns out. Boom, stream info updated. Twitch is still gonna list this as Trombone Champ, though. Oh well. But yeah, as I was saying, probably less chatty. And I do apologize for the late start. I had to move laundry over and the timing was bad. We'll try to avoid that in the future, but I can't exactly make promises. I would say laundry is as laundry does. That's not true. It has a timer. But sometimes that timer, you get there and you're like, oh, I put in too big a load and it didn't dry, so I can't move the next load over. And it's awesome with a lot of quotation marks around that. Let's see. However, I do still think this will be a good stream, and we've got some exciting new things. I will say, okay, two more prep things, and then we'll jump into it. One, we're still doing Harris Heller music, trying a different playlist. We'll see if this one's any good. We'll just keep experimenting with those. I want to start. Yeah, I did a lot of stream refinement and setup in the first couple months, and then I sort of got into a rhythm of doing focusing on the content and the fun stuff we were doing. But it's time to start cleaning up a few odds and ends now. Maybe actually get a closed screen. Do some, make stuff spick and span and all that jazz. So first big part of that is testing out some new music options, seeing what we can do. Let's see. Second thing I am excited about today. Because what we're doing is we're making a new file. That's right. Woo! Brand new. Big file. Should be fun. Although we're not escaping Babylon. I assure you of that. We're very not escaping Babylon. What we are doing instead is desperately hoping that I'd remembered how... Oh, right. File import. What type is Blender? It's a BLND, but object file is what we need. Because what we're doing, going into Ishtar. Bad sign. How do I open? I'm gonna have to look up the guide again. Sorry about that. Like I said, I didn't have this prep time today I would have liked. That's on me. That's on me. New year, new resolutions, trying to keep to them, mainly getting some actual fitness back in my life. I was never in great shape, but I used to at least, like, back when I was in college, I would at least go to the gym with friends sometimes in the morning. I don't know how I did that. Feels insane in hindsight. And I'm not talking like fit. I'm just talking like okay, yes, fit in the sense of like basic fitness, not in the sense of being like ripped or whatever. And then I got, pandemic hit, and then I graduated and got a desk job, and that desk job is remote, so I don't even have to like go to work. It's feet from my bed. So suffice it to say, my physical fitness has tanked. And while a little Ring Fit has helped with that, and if I could figure out a way to stream that that wasn't just me breathing heavily and like on the floor dying, I'd love to. But step one, basic fitness is consistency. If you can get a routine going, it's the same with any skill. If you can get a routine going, it'll go better. Then you can start experimenting with other stuff in it. But even when you have off days, your routine will carry you through where motivation won't. That's why I stream for art. There's plenty of days where I wasn't feeling art. Like it'd just be like blah, and I'd not have the energy to do it. Especially sketching because it's a weird mix of technical and freeform that throws my head in a spin. I really like art that is either completely instinctual or highly technical and like tweakable. Blender very much falls into the second category for me. Although when you get into more complicated stuff and not even necessarily complicated, different things, then it can get away from that. Um, and like painting, I love acrylic painting as just a relaxation tool because it's so freeform. I have no stinking line control in that. Obviously, there are skilled painters where it is far more technical, but I'm talking just like Bob Ross style, landscape in mind, throw shapes on the page, tweak shapes. You end up with a thing that like your brush doesn't control each individual stroke the way you control everything in Blender. And sketching feels like a mix between the two, and it stresses me the heck out because it has the technical focus of precision and the flippy floppy inability to be precise of my brain not being that good at sketching still. Although I've gotten a lot better over the years. But that's how it was when I started out. And so I never had motivation to sketch, even though it was kind of a useful fundamental skill. And so I did a lot of things, but the biggest thing was getting into routines. And then for 3D art, once I got comfortable with sketching, I hated the not 3D, but digital 2D art. And so that's why I started streaming, was to get a routine going. X number of days a week, I'm just going to do this, even if I don't feel like it. And sure, there's exceptions where I pause and play a game or do something else because it's just like a day where I'm dead tired. But most of the time, I was able to do it. And now I can do it without needing that. Like now that I've got the routine, it's not as hard for me to pick up the initiative and just say, oh, I've done this like a couple dozen times or 100 times or however many. I can just have a go at it. And I'm hoping fitness is the same way. So I'm starting with just 30-minute walks, just every day after work, consistently, regardless of weather, regardless of everything. I guess like okay, Texas weather isn't that bad. Heat strokes a risk in the summers, and I guess on rare occasion we get a thunderstorm. And on very hyper rare ultra occasion, we get a snowstorm that kills our power grid. But that yeah, well, unlikely in the next couple weeks, probably. I hope. But the point being that building a routine first, and then we can get into more complicated things. But I've already got the system going. Unfortunately, that means I have even less time between work and stream now because I'm, dedicating a certain amount of time to that, and then you got to cool down and make dinner, and then it's stream time already. But hopefully, I'll be able to get into a smoother routine, and it won't be so much of an issue. Blender object from another file. Yeah, so long story short, a little late on it because I did fitness and then made dinner and then admittedly got distracted while eating dinner and then it was 8 o'clock and I had to move my laundry over. Um, oops. Let's see. I'll append. Okay, linking just creates an instance, whereas appending creates a full copy and it won't mess with the other one. Okay, I'll admit, not what I would have guessed. Ishtar gate. Where's the blend file though? Blender Ishtar. Nope. Where's the project? Hmm. I have to export it from the blend file first? This is a different tutorial from the one I found before. Let's see. Oh, or you can just hold on. I don't save. Sorry, Cube, we've abandoned you. Anyway, I knew there was a reason I kept all these weird background. By the way, stream seeing stuff cool. No one in chat that I'm missing. Awesome. I guess Team Beats by Harris. That's not how you spell it. Oh, there. Throw that in there. Did I set my user to always be orange? That looks suspiciously like the. Whoops. I've been watching Bo Fury. It's fun. It is also basically my playstyle in games, at least especially early on. I'm hyper defense, hyper cautious. Dark Souls was a good time, genuinely, because the stuff I struggled with was the stuff everyone else breezed past, literally, and the stuff everyone else struggled with, I was just like, oh, bone wheel skeletons? I just stand here with my shield, and they run out their like thing, and then I punch them, and it's great. I can deal with like 3 at once. Like I was just pure tank build, and it was so dumb and very fun. I had poise for days, and then Dark Souls 3 took that away from me, and I was sad. It did force me to get better at playing the game, which was probably good. But on Elden Ring, I've just fallen back onto some weird mix of the two. I'm fairly agile, but I also keep a shield in one hand, and so I'll like dodge 2 and then block the last hit on a chain, and it's a decent mix. Okay, anyway, I've copied this object. File, new, general. Don't save the changes, it's fine. Paste. Hey, look, it's here. I hope that has no complications later. No, I don't want to. No, that's the origin of the object. Dagnabbit. Undo that. Undo. Keep the origin at the bottom. There's several reasons we want that. XYZ position. Let's just zero these out. Boom. That's the wrong button, although it is something I should do soon. Whoops, nope, don't. There we go. Is it Alt? Alt S? What the heck was the set scale option? There's some, hey. ISO view, okay, but ISO, so NISO. Anyway, Neo Ishtar, because this one's not actually from Neo Babylon. But we are going to go ahead and just have a go at this. Because I like this. Honestly, the crenellations took forever, and while there are better ways to do them, I don't think it's worth the time and energy right now. What might be worth the time and energy, however, is some other stuff that we're going to do. So, I'm going off memory here from like 2 months ago when we were last doing this, so you may have to bear with me. I did look up some stuff, but clearly not enough. That was it. It was Control A. Apply all transformations. Yes! Misclicking while trying to save with Control S has saved the day. Also, let me get it where y'all can actually see most of the interface. But hold on, let me also get it where I can see important parts of the interface. Oh, jeepers. It's always so hard to get to the bottom of like these windows. Windows has this thing. Not like screen windows, but Windows. The way they handle being able to full screen stuff is just dragging it to the top, which is convenient, but it's also horrible. It ought to be like one corner or something, because there's so many times when I need something to be in a window so I can resize it, and I want to get to the bottom right-hand corner or a bottom corner, and so I move it up, and it full screens, and so I can't resize it, and then I move it back into window, and then I can't reach the bottom because it's too low, so I move it up, and it just ends up this stupid cycle. And it's very much something where I ought to just learn the process and get the hang of it, but I'm feeling stubborn, so I'm not going to do that. Anyway, let's add a new geometry node on here. Okay, wait, actually, this has geometry nodes? Do those, is there anything in them? No. No. Getting rid of that. There's no need for it right now, and it'll cause no actual harm, but confusion to my brain, so I'm just going to turn it off. We can re-add them super easily. What I need is a subdivision surface. Oh dear. Complex model. Uh-oh. Blender, you good? Computer, you good? Oh, a panel fell off the motherboard. That's probably fine. Oh, jeepers. Okay. No, hold on. I don't... This isn't what I want. I don't want it trying to do that. I see now why I was having a trouble. Holy cow, this is a mess. Looks like dragon claws emerging from the earth. Or like egg, but like the inner lining of the egg. So anyway, it looks like someone's trying to punch you through a sheet. This isn't what I need though. I need to subdivide the surface without that curling thing. The viewport levels, this is subdivided. Not Catmull Clark anymore. If I were to go into face mode, what would I find? These didn't subdivide at all. But it did leave a weird mark on it that... Okay. No, we're just getting rid of that. That didn't do what we need. Okay. New plan! Wireframe. Grab the faces, because these are the most... Okay, actually, hold on. Let me think this through. There's the face center points for those top ones so close to the top. That's really weird. Why is that one off center? I've done some weird things with this mesh. And I considered starting from scratch, but then I thought about trying to make these top crenellations without having thought of a better way to do it, and I decided that was a bad plan. So, just make sure we got everything. Everything that matters. For this. Because I'm not worried about these top ones. They're already well subdivided. This little pink dot here, because that's the center of that one. We got the tops of all those little edges down there and the underside of all the edges here. Yes, and I assume that's just... Oh no, I need that face. Yeah, okay. What I'm going to do... Subdivide. And then we're going to take this little action menu down here. I'm going to make a few more cuts. And I do want straight cuts. I do like this consistent. Oh, I'll note that it didn't apply to the top faces, but it did apply to everything else. Some of them probably too much. We don't really think this through. That's okay. You can subdivide with a random seed and get, I assume, non-straight cuts for that. And there's interesting stuff there. Okay. Well, okay. Honestly, this top part don't need it so much. But this part do. So we're going to try some stuff. Because this top part might need it, but I don't think we will right now. Anyway, object mode. We're going to make just 2 of these. I've forgotten some hotkeys, but that's okay. I believe last time we decided on a 1.75 tower widths for the arch between them. I may go for a little less on this one. I may lean into the recreation that they have in modern Babylon as opposed to the one they have at the museum, because the recreation is more true to the rear gate. Anyway, it's a whole thing. Anyway, we need a third one. Some of y'all may remember why, because we need this centerpiece. Oh, what I want to do... Oh, hi, Cube. Go over there, because Funny, I am so obsessive about keeping a clean workspace in everything except Blender. And I'm so bad about it in Blender. Okay, so that is still centered on the squares, it's just the bevel comes out. All of y'all are like that, so that's fine. Snap to grid would probably be smart, but we're just gonna not do that. I am, however, going to ISO this. Got 1 tower width. Feels like we're still ISO'd it. Yeah, I'd want ISO lined up with this side. Because you see nothing on either side. Cool. 1 tower width. 1.5 tower widths. 2 tower widths. Cool. Okay, those are reasonably distanced apart. This one shall be in the middle and shall get to do some warpage. Nope. L. We're just going to keep on going with this nonsense. I also, you may note, don't have my Ishtar Gate reference images open. I do, however, have a small model of it on my shelf that I am going to be using as a reference. I haven't been to Babylon, but I have been to the Pergamon in Berlin, where a recreation of this is. Oh, hey, Dado, how are you? Ah, perfect. Okay, I want that right there. How are things going? Yeah, it's good to see you. Things have been good over here. Mostly, honestly, I've been missing for holidays and stuff, so you haven't missed all that much, other than possibly Trombone Champ. Yeah, of course. Can't believe it took me that long to do that. I don't know if I'll be super active, but you know, it's at least a start. If I deselect this, can I? Okay, good. That means it's within range. And same on this side, same on that side. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I saw. I react with an emoji, but I don't have the or emoticon or emote or react. The word changes like every 5 years. The point is, I reacted, but I can't actually write in that channel. So I'll have to work on that. I do have a use for you, Cube. Do add mesh cylinder. But yeah, it's good to be back on here and actually doing things again and like running into other people's streams. It's been fun. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's no fun. Yeah, that's no fun at all. Yeah, everyone. If I didn't know better, I'd swear it could like spread through the internet because like my job is remote and everyone at work was catching it, like all across the world. And I was like, okay, what's happening? It's been crazy. But I'm sorry to hear you've got whatever bug is going around. Hope it passes quickly. I need to scale it wider anyway. Right, G is the shortcut for move. And S is okay. S is scale. Oh, but that's just that. Okay, interesting. It snaps there. Okay. I don't know what's going around. Yeah. At some point, you gotta say, I'm gonna read everything I've got, and then I'm gonna go get more. Otherwise, you just end up inundated. Not that that's bad. It's fun too. I I've mostly been watching stuff lately. Ooh, that sounds cool. Play more. Mm. Ooh, yeah, that would be right up my alley. I've always been medieval, ancient, all that jazz. Oh, right. Okay, I remember now. Hold on. First off, this add modifier going to subtract. I'm having to refresh my memory on everything. Boopy doopy which what's Boolean, there we go. Difference. Object is going to be that one. Oops, I put it on the wrong. Yeah, I don't know. Like that at some point, like some people I think just collect it the same way that other people collect stamps. Like you're not gonna mail something with it. You're just excited to have it. But like, I don't know. That's not. It's the same way people collect toys and keep them in the box. Like you're not really getting the full enjoyment out of it, in my opinion. But everyone experiences stuff differently. Okay, fine. I'll put the Boolean modifier on the other thing. Yes, you make it into a Boolean. Difference becomes that. Oh no, not difference. And I don't want union either, because that's just weird. Yeah, like, and I don't know. If you're just hoarding it, that's no fun. I understand wanting to keep old stuff and like keep it special in a safe place, but you still ought to have access to it. Even old archives, like you can still read a lot of the ancient books, or at least there's like people who are copying it so that you can. Oh, what haven't I been watching lately? I binged so much stuff in the last month. It's been ridiculous. Um, I do gotta actually remember it all though. Have to remember it all. Cheapers brain. I mean, I've been right now. I'm rewatching Bofuri because they dropped the English dub. I watched it subbed a while back. It's fun. Um, it's very much my actual play style in games too. Aggressively defensive. Um, but oh come on, I hit a string of kind of me. Oh, with some friends I'm watching. So I'm not caught up on it because we can only watch it whenever we meet up online. But like I've been watching Bochi the Rock, which has been from the first couple episodes absolutely hysterical. Quite enjoying that nonsense. Um, what else? I blew through a whole bunch of quick ones. Missed something of the Monster Development Party or Monster Development Division was fun, and also, oh, how am I forgetting the name of this one? It's there's another one that's basically a parody of the old school like Power Rangers style shows. Um, except the lead Power Ranger and one of the villains are secretly dating, and they're both absolutely ditzy. But it's mostly funny because it's like callbacks to all. It's got a good sense of humor. It's fun. Yeah, Bochi the Rock's good. I found it because all it seems like all the memes this season, like even in non-anime servers on Discord and stuff, have all been Bochi reacts because they like every scene is a react emote from her. She's great. I gotta find the name of that. Hold on, let me check. I keep a list on Crunchyroll of I have a Crunchy list of just everything I've finished. Um, precisely because I forget otherwise. Okay. Midnight Occult East Civil Servants was fairly mid. Eh. Um, Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting is charming. Um, it's like Way of the House Husband, not quite as charming as that one, but it was fun. Um, let's see, that one was boring. Miss Kuroitsu from the Monster Development Department is really fun, and Love After World Domination is the Power Ranger one. It's it's really silly. Oh, I did also watch Kaguya-sama Love is War. I'll be honest, the first season was the strongest. It kind of like it's not that the later seasons were bad. They just didn't follow the premise that the first season set up. Like the first one is more like, I don't know. It sets it up as like a comedy version of Death Note where they're just trying to outwit each other by being 7 steps ahead. And it starts out that way, but then eventually like they just become normal friends, which is fine and probably a healthy relationship, but I was there for the outwitting and silly nonsense and it just kind of stopped. And so that was disappointing. It's still a fine show, but like it definitely got weaker as it went on. Um, let's see. I watched both How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom and The Genius Prince's Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt, one of which is clearly a parody of the other. Um, I need to actually watch Death Note. I know lots of weird, like, it's one of those ones where I sort of got it through pop culture osmosis, so I know a lot of what happens and, like, light and all that stuff. But, like, I've not actually seen it, and I really need to. um, I also My Next Life is a Villainous. I know it's a popular one, but it's also just good. Like it's popular because it's genuinely just funny. I'm looking forward to the next season of that. Yeah, absolutely for Death Note. Yeah, I've got to watch it at some point. Assassination Classroom is probably one of the best ones I've ever like just things period I've ever watched or read or anything. Like it was top tier. Spy Family has been fun. Um, I would recommend the first episode and only the first episode of The Vampire Dies in No Time because the first episode is about that being the premise, and then all the rest of the episodes are just bonkers off the wall unrelated. um, yeah. Um, let's see. I thought killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level was fairly boring. Like, not nothing wrong with it. It just didn't do anything unique. And the generic stuff it did, it wasn't like done amazingly well. So it was like, yeah. It's so worth it. I'm not usually, and I know everyone says this, but I genuinely like don't usually emotionally react to shows at all. Like, cause I'm too busy being like stupid and trying to analyze or predict where they're going and overthinking it to just enjoy it. But that one was just genuinely clever and like actually like punch to the heart or whatever people say. It was fun. It was good. It was just good. Um, Life Lessons with Uramichi Onisan. I had a friend who loves that one. It was fun. It wasn't like best thing ever, but it was fun. Um, yeah, like I see a lot where people comment that, and I don't, and it doesn't get me. But Assassination Classroom got me. Like, whoo, that one's good. Got its weird moments, but it's a fun show. Um, Sleepy Princess and the Demon Castle was probably the first like proper anime I watched. Okay, I watched JoJo, but like that one's so popular it almost doesn't even feel like this was the first one where my friends were proper like here's a thing called Crunchyroll. Here are anime like that have tropes and things and like Sleepy Princess and the Demon Castle absolutely cracks me up still. That's one of the few I've actually rewatched. Quite enjoyed it. Um, I watched Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid and I enjoyed it on the first watch, I think because I was just being oblivious. Because on the second watch, I was like, wow, this is a lot more crass than I remember. Like, it's still charming, but it is not the same kind of charming that I thought it was. So, yeah. And, I guess I did binge most of Hunter x Hunter. It's fun. It's fast. It is so long, and yet it moves much faster than I expect it to. For Hunter x Hunter, and I'll get back to Blender in a second, don't worry. But, like, for Hunter x Hunter, they set up all these things that seem like they're going to be an eternity. Like, not so much the initial like test. That one was actually an eternity. But like, there's lots of things where they're like, here's a battle tower with 200 floors or whatever, and we have to fight our way to the top. And I'm expecting like, okay, we're gonna have to see a ton of battles for this. Because I did watch Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon growing up, and in Yu-Gi-Oh on the tournament, you see every match. every single match, painstakingly spread across like 5 episodes. And then in the battle tower, they're like, just, oh, we're at level 50. Oh, we're at the level 100. They just shoot through it. And yes, it's better for the story and the plot, but it just startled me. Um, yeah, I got exactly 2 episodes in the last arc, and between all the warnings and the tone it had set from those 2 episodes, I was like, I'm just gonna set this show down, and I haven't gone back to it yet. I'm tempted, honestly, to read a summary of that arc because it looks just really miserable, and then jump onto the following arc. Even if it's missing like a third of the show, it just looks so dreary, and I ain't here for that. Um, Restaurant to Another World is just charming, weird. There's not much in the way of story, but it's cute. I need to finish Skate the Infinity, and Doctor Stone, and Sword Art Online, and like just stuff. I'm not finishing Phoenix Wright until I actually play the darn games. I watched the first season, but I'm gonna actually play it first. Um, I don't know. And then there's stuff we watched otherwhere. That should be a word. Oh yeah, we're just otherwhere. But no, other places, on other platforms. Um, like what's the? Can't believe I'm forgetting. Oh, I did watch Toradora. It was interesting, and then the last few episodes take a weird turn. Um, that's not completely jarring, but it's weird. Um, but the other one, so and so can't communicate. Comey can't communicate. That one's very cute. I like that one. Um, Another one that I was watching. Oh yeah, that Tomo-chan is a girl. That one's been fun, but we're only 2 episodes in, like on release, so I can't really judge it yet. Yeah, I for a long time all my entertainment was YouTube, and then I realized that it was slowly like draining my hours away, and I needed something more episodic. So I've been enjoying getting into like actual shows and stuff. You can actually like be a fan of shows more and like do art and stuff. Like YouTube's enjoyable, but you can like I was losing I started tracking it, and on days when I watched YouTube I lost like an average of an hour and a half of sleep every time. Like I always would put on one more show, and then it'd be buzzing in my head after I turned it off, and like YouTube was eating all my energy. So I realized I just had to give up on it. It's still fun, still really entertaining, but I had to not. Okay, target mesh is fracted. The outside the target mesh is kept. Okay, so this needs the boolean. This doesn't. And we want okay. Target mesh is subtracted. Yeah. Yeah, this one. No. The opposite of that. Weird. Okay, you boolean. If we do the exact same thing, it don't work. Wow, oh jeepers, that's way too many faces. Manga is fun too. Like I used to read so many books, and I ought to do some more again. There's one or two on my bookshelf. When I'm in the mood for it, I can absolutely just like destroy a book in like 3 days. But it's rarer and rarer that I'm in the mood for it, and I've got so much other stuff that I'm like actively trying to work on that it just doesn't happen so much anymore. Okay, hold on. Maybe the issue is edit mode. Not that many faces on that one. Not that many faces on that one. So why is the calculation going so wrong? This is an object. This is an object. Come on, Blender, work with me here. We've got funky, weird nonsense to try to pull. Operation. Okay, so I want. Oh, interesting. Okay, no, not that interesting. Well, maybe get a single mesh out of two meshes. I'm actually gonna throw. We're in the Blender docs right now. Let's take a look. See at this. Always good to see documentation. uh, I do actually enjoy this stuff. Um, Boolean modifier performs operations on meshes. Otherwise, yeah. I mean, I don't want to have to edit this. Could do it, but it'd be thinking tedious. And I'd have to look up a few more controls anyway. And there's literally a tool for it. So open meshes, non-manifold. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure my mesh is manifold. Watertight, non-self-intersecting. Should be. Hold on, let's recalculate the normals on this thing. Hey, that's awesome! Oh. At least it's the same Oh, it's on face mode, yeah. Yeah, no! Oh, starting a D&D dice collection is both fun and dangerous. You can end up with... I have several bags full. Like, dice bags. They're they're really great, but always hang on to your first set. They're special. Especially if they're a gift from a friend. Hold on. Yes, they are. Yeah, they absolutely are. Ooh, oh, you got. Oh, I think I've seen those. Those are adorable. Oh, that's a great set. Oh, that's awesome. Oh. Oh, okay. It's not as bad as I thought. But let's go to object mode and do that with this one. Oh, actually, hold on. Hold on. Control A. Applying all transforms. I never applied the scale. That's probably screwing with it too. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, heck yeah, Froggy Dice. No. I literally want the not that. Actually, it's literally just not working. It's doing some weird, it's like cotton. What are these two faces? What are they doing? This one right here. Those shouldn't be things. Okay, yeah. I get the normals on this mess too. When I do the opposite, well, it's not even the opposite. This literally just isn't working. Like it just removes it and it only has those two? Is there some other thing selected? The naming issue. Or A. One of the first things I 3D modeled was actually based on one of my earliest dice. They're a fun early thing to do. Is this Neon Cat? Okay, wait. No, they just call it Samurai's Call, but that is so close to Neon Cat. Oh, heck yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me... Discord and not docs, preferably Discord. Got my personal Discord, and then I've got my SIP Streams Discord. Okay, cool. We're in the right one. Oh, these are awesome. Those aren't even the ones I was thinking, but these are so cute. Ah, look at their little faces. They have different expressions. Oh, those are great. Those are absolutely great. Hmm. Okay, Blender. Work with me here. Nice. Nice choice. Those are good ones for displaying, too. And for rolling. Well, what? That works out perfectly, doesn't it? Okay, let's... That's not reacting right. Hey. I've been a little sloppy on this one, but I was hoping it wouldn't break this that bad. Let's see. Oh. Got our topology. Okay, tip. If you have your marked your objects to show the edges in Properties, Object Properties Viewport Display. Well, for the heck are properties? Oh, no. Okay, wait, hold. System. No. Oh, Blender. Blender, you bizarre, bizarre interface. You have a good one, Dado. Yeah, I realize it's pretty late where you are. Well, thank you for stopping by. It was good to hear from you. I was just thinking it had been a little while. Hope that you have a good one. Yeah, it was nice chatting with you too. Y'all know what? This has been a lovely playlist. Sakura Dreams, I guess it's called. But I'm gonna do a thing and rest my voice by not talking because I have a sneaking suspicion that YouTube might make me mute this anyway, or Twitch. Um, but let's play a little different song real quick. Properties over here. It has been working. No, it hasn't, but it definitely did that time. Little janky, but I think that'll do. Oh, did the song just loop? Okay, that's probably enough of a break. Let's go back to where we were. Well, I think we made some headway there. We got a few faces that need what removing, but that's doable. That mode. Not quite a perfect line over here, but pretty good. Oh, actually. Okay, there's a little jank, but that's definitely small enough to not be an issue. And I'd rather not have an open face where there shouldn't be one. Oh, that's the center. Yeah, okay, that's that face, delete that face. Okay. All the face. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me make sure. Really getting everything. There we go. Recalculating normals. Hopefully everything's good there. Save it. Okay. I'm going back to object mode. Join. Hold on a second. I have a bunch of junk inside. Hold on. Undo that. We got some booleans. Add modifier boolean. New object tower A. No. Find meshes in an additive way. Oh no. Oh no. Edit mode faces. Oh, it won't even. Wait, no, hold on. I need to select this. It's like a million tiny faces, I think is what's happening there. No, because I can see the mesh outline of where the faces are. Whoa, what is happening with that? And the good news is it did what we needed. It also did something else. And that's probably bad. Well, hold on. I'm gonna do a thing. Nope, undo. We're gonna save when it's like this. Oh right, I already joined them. I guess? Try it again and see if it just breaks. And they're consistent, I'll give them that. Whoa. Fast doesn't work on that one. Not the faces. So what is happening to the normals? The normals are inside out, aren't they? I bet if we're inside, this looks good. No, it doesn't. But let's try it anyway. Back to object mode. Why does it look like this? Whoa, why to bring the texture over? All right, we got to get rid of that. Goodbye materials. Unlike all y'all. Something's up with that. Well, I'm going to... It's just one object, technically, but I can still select the sub-objects, which is a little weird. Only this one has the modifiers. I'm going to try applying. Whoa. Well, that explains the weird mesh tearing. It made them a subsection. Oh, it extended the existing one to include them. Okay, okay. Well, that's fine, actually. That's better than fine. That's great. That's just really surprising. Woo! Back to ortho mode. Well, I thought that looked like mesh layering, but I couldn't for the life of me figure out why there'd be multiple objects there. I guess now we know. So for context of what happened, I'm going to zero out the location real quick. Basically, the way that Boolean on this worked, for the arch, the join, it didn't just join the meshes literally, and this explains the multiple object. This explains so much. It didn't join the meshes. What it did was take the mesh of one of the side towers and basically copy it as a part of the arch mesh. So it was the arch mesh just gained an exact copy attached to it. Which I guess makes sense with the subtract as well, because you use it like a cookie cutter and then you can move the original away. The original isn't like adhered in some weird negative space glue to it. So that's interesting. I wonder if you could keep joining them. Saving first. Bad decisions being made. That was the wrong arrow. This is dumb. Boolean. Union. That one. And then if I move it, why do I keep thinking W is move? What is W move in? Whoa, okay. Hold on. I have to apply it first? Then yes, okay. That's really dumb, but actually not a bad, interesting design at least. Anyway, I'm deleting this Boolean. That's a really dumb Boolean for me to include on this. But that's interesting that that's how that works. That's actually pretty nice. Sending that to the origin. Yeah, I am. Okay, there we go. Like that looks isometric. Cool. So we have gate. Now, okay, hold on. I've got a dragon tail blocking some of my top tabs. I've got a little plush dragon I made that's got like wires in it so you can pose it, and it sits on top of my monitor. I love it, but it does sometimes get in the way. Well, now, okay, first off, I want a material on this. But, actually, good opportunity to test another thing before we add bones. Material. I want two materials. Calling this one material. We're just calling this one What are some good colors that I could do that would look nice? I know. Okay. Blue. We're adding another one. This one's orange. Orange. Base color. We're going to get a mid-saturation, fairly light one. Something like that. Cool. For orange, we're going to do the same, but opposite side of the wheel. So right now, it's just whichever one's on top. Actually, maybe it's not even that. I literally don't know how it chose preference there. Maybe just the first one I assigned. Wait, it said something about change active material. Okay, that's it. This one selects whatever's active. But you've only got the one on there. Is there a way to have a material on a Blender object that only applies to some faces? To the docks. Blender, apply different material to face. Wow, it autofills. I know I searched this before, but Blender docs. We're back. Searching it before was like a month and a half ago, and I don't remember squat. So, materials available in the currently open blend file. Yeah. Okay, creating a new material. Yes, this is old docs. Look at the old interface. Not that old, but it's old enough. Have a date on it? No. Man, come on, guys. Oh, 2.79. At least that tells us the version. This is a little old. But it is interesting. I wonder if this even has it. Like, they've got to keep making this stuff every time. I doubt it's on here. Or, I bet it is, but... Searching. Okay. Indie Bones. Different. That's a different thing. I remember what that is. But, links materials to meshes. Got multiple data block. No. Edit mode. To assign materials to different parts of a mesh, enter edit mode on the mesh. Okay. Edit mode. Additional buttons will then appear in the material slots panel. Interesting. Assign. The selected faces. Ooh, selected faces assigned to the active material slot using existing. Okay, thank you, Blender Docs. Let's do this, y'all. So next question. Do we want to give this like racing stripes? How do we want to assign these materials? First off, they need to be in face select. Second off, giving the whole top everything. Giving that the orange, of course. And I think same deal with the bottom. Whoa, got some other faces in there by mistake. Oopsie doodle buddies. Ah, that makes sense actually how the... Whoops, nope. Forgot the control tries to build a whole path to the face. Actually, I need to exit wireframe so I can... Yeah, I probably should have extruded the inner part of the arch around and like... We're doing some quick and sloppy stuff for fun right now. This isn't... We're trying to make a cleaner movement and cleaner looking arch, not necessarily a more accurate or detailed. Honestly, I hesitated even keeping the crenellations because they're so high detail. Anyway, we're assigning orange to all of these. Could anything else be orange? We want like an orange patch in the middle where like the actual decorations would be? I think yes. Am I catching faces on the other side? Not at the moment, I'm not. Interesting. Okay. Repeat on other tower. This kind of thing also we couldn't have done with the lack of subdivisions on the other one. And by the time it was all merged like this, the loop cut tool was having real trouble with the inner edges. And I could have tried subdividing, but like that at that point I was like, I'm not sure this is really working. I should have assigned blue to everything else first, but I think it's still the default. Oh, yes. Oh, these don't really work super great together. Well, maybe in a rendered view. Nope. I think we can just swap that pretty easily. A little more satisfying. And the blue looks too much like a default like object color from Portal or something. Let's try to get like a little richer of a blue going in here, but not one that'll contrast with the orange angrily. One that'll just like. Honestly, we're getting Portal vibes from this regardless. It's fine. We'll leave it like this for now. Better than it was. That's a darker blue. It's probably closer to the original gate. The orange isn't, obviously. um. Yeah, let's actually hold on. Nope. I didn't mean to control. Find these ones blue. That's a little more interest. Oh, you can discuss how. Okay, so you can control selecting actually pretty easily. Interesting. A lot of good settings there. Back to object mode. Cool. That went much faster than I'd expected. Oh, jeepers, our light source is so bad, and our camera is so bad. Thought the origin point was the light source. Whoops. Okay, I want more diffuse light going in here, so I want much higher power. I'm talking like 10K. Whoops, nope. Oh, actually, sun just like makes it from the top. That's nice, actually, but maybe weaker with that. Just some ambient. Anyway, that'll be a nice detail. But then I also still need another light source. This one will not be sun. It will be point. Actually, you know what? Heck in the area. It's right here. Whoa, whoa. Is that from the sun? Okay, that's a little much, maybe. I like it like trickling down over the top, but I'm not so sold on the other part. Alright, no comma. I forget that the area of these always ends up being really weird. Okay, fine, we'll just do point. We'll make it weaker. A little something to add some interest. We can make it a little stronger from up here. We can maybe turn the sun down a little. Oh, that one's the sun. Oh, I can rotate it. Nice. Anyway, less. Much less. Huh. Anyway, that's interesting and still has some shadows. Guess we're on the EV renderer right now, aren't we? Yeah. Cycles, please. Because I'm pretty sure this one's already EV. Yeah. There's EV. And there's our weirdness. Okay, on this object, we can probably now go into those object properties and take off the wireframe. And just have whatever this weirdness is. They almost look like alien eyes. and a big old mouth like, oh. Okay, but oh no. Oh no, terrible voice. I need to actually practice voice acting a little bit just for D&D. Let's hold on for a second. Can we temporarily disable this one? Under view of that. With the light. Yeah, let's go for the more dramatic one for now. No light there. Okay. Okay. Let's do the thing that I'm definitely going to regret. Armature. Whoa. Put my face in the other object. Let's go to the cycles. Oh yeah. While we're working on this. Yeah. Remind me, how do I insert bone? Oh no, where'd the armature go? Armature. Bone groups. And I'm gonna have to look up before next stream. I'll do this before the next stream. I'm gonna look up what we did wrong with our bone group assignments last time, so that we don't have a long repeat of that, because it was a relatively simple fix, truthfully. Armature. Hose. Oh right, you extrude it. Hold on. Armature. Wireframe. Rotate. Oh. That's neat. Anyway, we have a bone. I forgot how to add more, but we got the one. Armature, which I have not once spelled right, even though it's super obvious. I keep wanting to throw an I in there for some reason. Got object mode. No bone from armature, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Bones toolbar. Extrude. Oh, is it in layout? Oh. Select a bone. Then edit mode. Oh. Right, you have to be in edit mode. Right, first I need to scale the heck out of this. That's not ideal. Nope, I don't like freeform. I don't like freeform move. Let me just stay on my axes, please. Let's see. No. This is gonna be at some weird angle, so we're gonna have to fix it. Interesting how much it rotates when I just try to do that. These are gonna be pointed towards me, aren't they? Yep. Fascinating. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's gonna be a pain. Okay, let's get the point of that one where I want it to be. And rotating this, well, I don't want to be rotating along that. I want to be rotating along with the center point up here. This, like, specifically, but when I rotate this point, it doesn't seem to do anything. That's got its axis in the middle. Oh, there's ways to fix that though. It's there, and then it's way up on the surface. Okay. Not surface project. Maybe yes, surface project would get inside, so it's a different surface. Okay, yes, surface. Right up in here. Oh, no, but it's just projecting to the inside of the other object. That's not ideal. So, roll bone size. Woo! Okay, that. Don't think this is going to be rotating the way I want it to. Yeah, I thought so. Actually, that was bone side. Super didn't. Yeah, I figured it was along that axis. Maybe I need to be in object mode, and then if I'm just selecting armature. On wireframe, but we're still going to have this because I want to select just this bone, please. The one, not the all of it. Yeah, this bone, not. Ah. Oh my god. Wherever it. Perhaps just some set distance from the camera. Ah well. Oh, did it just work that time? Yeah, okay. Oh, because I rotated this bone. Oh, well, now that, or that axis rather, well, that works. This has the vibes of a Tron recognizer. Not that I'm complaining. So, that's gone a fair bit faster than last time, and that's fine. Hold on, let me. I really just want one. I'm going to solve it another day. I mentioned that I was probably going to wrap a little early today, and I think I am going to stick with that. Just for the sake of my voice, I can feel that it's not super thrilled. Also, because we're I think at actually a pretty good stopping point. Next time we'll do weight mapping, bone assignments, and hopefully get this thing animating with some interesting movements that are maybe they'll be just as janky. But my hope is that with these subdivisions, we'll be able to get some better movement, and maybe we'll do a different style of armature. Maybe we'll add more points of motion on it. See where that gets us. Get a floppy gate. Anyway, wibbly wobbly. We'll come back to that though. However, later when the time is right. For now, we are going to wrap up here. So it has been a blast, y'all. I hope you've had as good a time as I have, and I hope that I see y'all next time on Thursday. Until then, y'all have a good one.